Hello and welcome to my training on customer service for Human Resources Training and Development class. My name is APatterson and this is my final project. Many of you may be wondering what this training is for. My training program is for city government, for the entire city staff. My basis is for a small town that doesn't have a huge staff but does need to increase their customer service training in all departments. So rather than to pick people out who may have complaints against them, the training should just be completed for the entire staff. The reason behind this training is not bad, no one is in trouble, but rather to smooth out customer interaction and to acknowledge that every business needs to remember who they're serving, whether it's community members or fellow employees. Customer service is crucial to maintaining a positive outlook. Like I said before, no one is in trouble. The entire staff should complete this training. Our training would be done over 2 sessions to ensure that each department is able to send every single staff member to the training while still being able to serve the community and serve their customers. So we would gather the entire staff through 2 separate training times or days to complete this training and have all staff become service-oriented and to start fresh and have everyone being on the same page in terms of what customer service means in the form of city government and to each department, as well as the city as a whole, what people expect and what they want from their staff members. The first thing we have to do as a group in our training session is to create a goal. Everyone needs to give their input to create a goal which will serve as a guideline to improve the customer service the entire city staff has with the community members. I'd like to take this time to open the floor up and get every single person's opinion in. We can write these down on a board, create a list, and vote about what really should be our goal, what our mission statement is, what our job duties entail, and what this means. This discussion probably go for about half an hour, maybe even an hour, could be even a little longer, depending on the issues people see and how they feel they interact with others, or maybe they know they don't interact well with others. So let's just have this discussion and create a goal to determine our service level with community members and what our plan should look like. Now that we have a good plan for our goal, a couple more things to consider that we may not have touched on. What do you expect in terms of customer service when you're spending money on something? Whether you are going shopping for a new car or a new outfit, or grocery shopping, or going out to dinner. What what is your customer service expectation level? And do you think your job should be higher customer service? Or do you think that you're behind the scenes and customer service does not play as vital of a role? Also, what do you want your neighborhood to be? Whether you live in this town or not, you are a city government employee and your neighbors know that. So whether you collect water, sewer, garbage payments, or you're a police officer, or you work in the planning department, what do you want your neighborhood to be like? What do you want your neighbors to think of you? Should extraordinary customer service minded come to heart when your neighbor thinks about you? Add this to another discussion. We'll go for about 15 minutes and see if any thoughts come up that might change the goal that we had previously come up with. Now that we have decided on a goal and everyone has agreed to strive to be better, to work towards this goal, I want everyone to write it down and keep it somewhere safe, because we're going to come back to it towards the end of this training. And also, obviously, if it's something that the whole staff is going to work on, then everyone should keep it up close to them so that it does not become forgotten as soon as you leave here. An important aspect of having customer service be understood is to put your customers in your shoes and let them see exactly what you do, when you do it, why you do it, and how it works to complete the circle, complete everyone else's jobs, to help your neighbors make it through to work and to keep their house how they like it, to have running water, to keep their cars in shape. So how many times a day or a week or a year are you asked what your job duties entail? Whether it's someone that really wants to know, whether it's a teacher for a career fair or asking you to come talk to a group of students. How many times do you think you are asked exactly what your job duties entail? Do people ask you because they think you just get to sit around and get paid for it, or drive around and get paid because you're a city employee and you just have great benefits, but you don't really do anything? How many people think that? Instead of getting upset, why don't you invite those people to come do a job shadow with you for a day? Police officers get to do ride-alongs, so I'm sure it'll make your job a little easier to have someone there helping you throughout the day. Be proactive about explaining and showing your job and duties to community members, rather than just getting upset or allowing them to get upset. That will help to make customer service a little bit better. Think about it. How many people here have ever worked in a restaurant? If you worked in a restaurant, then you understand the process of ordering your food, that servers don't just have one table, that they have multiple tables, so that's why your waters don't always come out within 30 seconds of the waiter or waitress taking an order from you. So work on that proactive to showing everyone what your job duties are. Okay, so a huge part of customer service is being able to change your demeanor so you can say yes. Like, you don't have to say yes to what the customer is asking, rather than starting your rebuttal with no, we can't do that. Try saying yes. Find a way to say yes. I understand your frustrations. I'll see what I can find. I'll see what I can do. Yes. I understand. Yes. Being a yes person, a yes man, a yes woman, becoming a yeser will change your interactions with everyone you come into contact with. Okay, one more thing that can really change the customer interaction and take your customer service level up to that top notch is to provide help. To not be so concerned with your duties that you forget your responsibility. Obviously, police officers, firefighters can't stop in the middle of a call to have a conversation with their neighbor. But obviously, most neighbors will understand. The most important thing here is to listen and act. To do what you say and to do what's being asked of you, and not to be a talker and a watcher. If you can talk the talk, then you should walk the walk. But if you can't do that, then it's not going to be an increase in customer service. Next, I'd like to open the floor up for some more discussions for everyone to go through one by one, tell their personal examples of great customer service, horrible customer service, areas of concerns, whether it's in your own department or another department, or with a community member. The only way to become better and to take away positive information from this training is to be honest with yourself and your fellow employees and to have open communication. So let's take the next hour or 2 hours, however long it takes to go through one by one, and really see what issues you have and see what can be resolved. Okay, just wrapping up here. How does everyone feel about feedback on the job? From fellow employees, from supervisors, from managers. Do you enjoy it even if it's not good? Does it help you learn and to grow? And it's not a bad thing. Feedback's necessary. Would you prefer open communication or private emails? What helps you to take it to heart and to grow and to learn? Let's spend about a half hour here and go through and see what should be done. Okay, just 2 more slides here. So now that we are to the end, almost to the end of our discussion, how has our discussion changed the initial goal we had agreed upon? Does it still fit the scenario? Is it still the best that we can be? Or do we need to change it? Also, what can be used to define our improvement? Would you like to see this customer service feedback tied into annual reviews and raises and bonuses? Or should it be separate? Should those who do not have good customer service skills be worked with separately? Have their own individualized training to go through and be held separate from the rest of the staff? I'd like to have these answers be thought about for a while. We'll come back in, let's say, 2 weeks. Once the other half of the staff has gone through the training, we'll combine the answers and see what kind of entire resolution can be determined for the whole staff, so that it's fair and equal, that it's not just group 1 versus group 2. But the whole point here is to ensure that customer service is of the highest level, regardless of whether you are constantly interacting with other community members, other citizens, or just staff members. Customer service should be the top priority of every organization. So now that we are here, if there are any other thoughts or questions to be discussed, we are here until everyone feels as though they have been heard and improvement can be made. So that doesn't mean nobody talk because everyone wants to leave. But really this is, a training program to improve interactions with each other, with citizens, with community members, with everyone you come into contact with, family, everyone. So let's discuss, and then everyone can be dismissed, and we will reconvene in about 2 weeks. Thank you.